Hi everyone, my name is Ifnayo Dike, aka Integrity Director. I work with reputable real estate companies to help you secure affordable, genuine, and verifiable property here in the city of Enugu and Southeast in general. And today we are going to talk about 5 important things you are going to look out for when purchasing a property as a first-time buyer. So you need to know these 5 important things. It's very important. Buying a property as first time requires a very careful consideration. So here are the 5 key things that you need to look out for. Number one, budgeting and hidden costs is number one thing you need to consider. So set a clear budget that includes not just the down payment, but also fees that are inclusive, fees that both development fee, documentation, every other fee that is involved in that uh, property apart from the down payment. So you need to checkmate all these things so that you'll be able to know if you can afford to go ahead and buy it. This will also help you not to be mentally stressed and not to be desperate to sell your property when your property have not matured, when the property have not even appreciated. Because at times you buy more than what you have budgeted and it starts affecting your business. Okay, it will start affecting your business and this will result you being frustrated trying to sell off the property to be able to push up your business, and at the long run you end up selling it at even lower or not having any return at all. So real estate is not a quick and cash money. It's a business that required patience. It required uh, appreciation over time. So you have to like give it a little time, give it a time to appreciate so that you'll be able to earn a maximum return on investment at the end of the day. So this is why budgeting is very important. Yeah, you need to consider it before venturing into purchasing a property. Then number two is location. You need to consider location. You need to consider where the property is situated. So this include the neighborhood, the landmarks. You need to consider, you need to make research of the safety. You need to know the amenities, the development around or what is obtainable. Okay, so you need to consider this. You need to also know if it's accessible, like accessible to school, accessible to main city, accessible to market. All these things is what you need to consider. You need to consider the location. It's very crucial, and that is the reason I told you number one should be budget, because when your budgets are right, you will know that your budget will determine the location where you can purchase, because the location has influence over budget. If your budget did not meet up with the location, that means you cannot get a property there. So that is why you need to budget, whether it is for, if you have 1 million naira and you said it's 1 million naira you have, then you start going towards that direction where 1 million naira can purchase. Don't look at what is happening around immediately. Just look at the future, look ahead, look beyond now. So that is the reason why the location go in pari passu with budgeting, and that is why you need to have that budget in mind, because if that budgeting is not there you will be confused. But when you budget are right, okay, you will not be confused. You will know what you want. You will this kind of, should I go, should I buy, or should I not? Before you know it, you end up not buying at all. So this third thing you need to consider is the condition of the property. You need to go for an inspection. You need to look out for the condition of the property. whether the place is a swampy area, the topography, whether it's in a dry land, a table land, whether it is good for building a house, whatever you want to use the land for in future, whatever be the purpose you're buying the land, you need to go and check if it suits that purpose. If it suits that purpose is very, very important, so that you not go and buy a place that is not made for what you are buying for. So you need to checkmate the condition of the property before considering paying for it, before buying it. Even if you did not go for physical inspection, you need to go for visual inspection, or you send someone that you trust so much, someone close to you, someone you can confide in, to go for the inspection on your behalf. So this is what we advise people. Like me, especially, I like people to inspect a place that marketing, so that you'll be able to make your choice. You'll be able to know that this place this person is talking about is actually the way it is. You know the condition, you know how the place, the topography is. Then we need to talk about number 4, which is the purpose. Why am I buying this property? Am I buying for future investment? Am I buying to start building immediately? This will give you clear vision of how you planned yourself. If you are buying a land for future investments, you, as a first time buyer, you don't need to use a huge amount of money to buy for investments. Start from small. Start from those places that are cheap, that can appreciate over time. Since you are not yet ready to start building immediately, by the time you get ready, that place must have developed to a certain level where you will marvel. The place might have developed. There are some people that bought land cheap, and they were still living in a as a tenant. By the time they started building that place, 1 year, 2 year, 3 years, some people finish building 5 years, 3 years. So by the time you finish that building and packed in, another people might have built around there. You will now see that that place is no longer as lonely or bushy as it was when you bought the place. So you need to check the purpose why you are buying. Do you want to start building immediately, or do you want to start, like, you want to, is the building going to take you some time to be completed? You are going to be like building it gradually. Before you know it, maybe within 2 years, 3 years, you will complete your building. You need to consider this. So when you want to start uh thinking of buying land, you think about, this place I'm buying, do I have money to start developing it immediately? Do I have money to start building the place immediately? If you don't have money, like if you've not budgeted for the building immediately, you buy those places that are still coming up, that the development are still coming up, not the already developed area, because those places will be very, very expensive. But those people, that those ones that are still developing, that are still coming up, they are cheap and affordable. As a first time buyer, you start from those ones that are cheap, so that it will not affect your business. Okay, it will not affect your capital. Start from there. Just buy it, leave it. Just, even if you don't have money to fence it, you can give it to someone to be cultivating on it, to be farming on it. As from time to time, you go and check it. If you have money, you go and do dwarf fence. When you do dwarf fence, you have secured it. Then when you now want to start your building, you can start your building gradually. Before you count 1 year, 2 years, maybe within 3 years that you started the building to 4 years of the completion, you will see that that area have developed. it will develop. Definitely, it cannot be the same way it was when you bought it. It will develop. So this is the why we advise people, don't always look at the present condition of a location when you are buying. What you should be considering is what suits you, what suits your budget. Then the fourth thing you need to consider is the land title. Land title means the document, land title and the legal documentation, the papers of that place you're buying. What does it have? Does it have C of O? What document, what title document does it has? You need to consider to ensure that the land has valid title deed, free from encumbrances, free from disputes, free from any form of argument from any community. You need to be sure that this land is free from any form of disputes and encumbrances. Then you do your due diligence. Before, sometimes what one of the reasons why you fall victim in land dispute is because we did not do our due diligence very well. We did not make inquiries. We did not make research. You can go to Ministry of Land. That is where you can verify the authenticity of a property. You know the ownership, okay? Verify the ownership and conduct a title verification. Conduct a title search through due diligence. Appropriate through due diligence and the appropriate land registry. You can go there and make inquiry. And then the last but not the least is the future development. You need to know the future development and investment potential that is towards that area that you're purchasing. You need to do research. Plan development. Is there any plan development that is coming towards that area, that location that you're about buying from? So this help you to be able to forecast how the place will be in the nearest future, and how government have interest of developing this area. Does they have any interest? Just like now you can see how our governor took it upon himself, focus on his energy to Owo. Though he's touching on that area, but Owo is uncomparable. That is the reason why some people, a lot of investors, are investing towards that side. So that because government interest was there, government attention was there. So that is it. Future development and investment makes you to know that this place will actually have potential, and it has market strength to ensure that the land will appreciate in value over time. Because the essence of any business is to make gain, right? The essence of anything that you are doing is to be rewarded. So the reward of any real estate investor is massive return on investment. That is return on investment, ROI. Okay, guys, for now we are going to call it a day. All right, I still remain my humble self, Ifnaya Edike, aka Integrity Rater. Stay blessed till we come your path again. Don't forget to like, share and comment to our channel. All right, thank you very much. Bye for now.